God damn it. Phone got too hot and it turned off. So I don't know where that cut off. But, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's all right. This is more for me than it is for you. But we're going to have to go into the shade because it's too fucking hot right now. No, what I was having was a conversation with my future with my future self, who's sitting in a room watching this in the future, reflecting back on this moment, going, "What the fuck was I thinking? Why did I do all that?" Trying to remember why we did all this. The reason that we're doing this is so that you can watch it. And I know you don't like watching yourself, but this might be a good opportunity to break out of that. So right now, you should be, hypothetically speaking, you should be watching this on the Aquarius full moon. So what I would recommend, if you haven't already done so, whoa, maybe watch yourself, maybe do a reaction video, a reaction response to this video, a reaction video to this video on the Aquarius full moon. I fucking love that idea. But now the question's gonna be like, should we do that for every moon? Now that would be fucking cool. And then link all the moon sequences together. just like the Facebook project and the journal project. Because I guess technically that would count as repeating, right? Because that's a step in the scientific method, is repeating results. Okay. I'm not against any of this. Because the idea is the future proves the past. Because everything that happened in the past starts to make a lot more sense when observed from the lens of the future. Because in the future, you're going to see shit that I can't see yet. You've been through experiences that I haven't experienced yet. But all of those experiences are going to make a lot more sense why you went through them because of everything that's happening right this second. Which is why you're sitting there watching this. Because I'm setting the intention right now that you're watching this. Because this is going to be the channel that ends all other channels, because it's going to be the only one worth watching. Because it's the only one that's not repeating somebody else. We're talking about redundant horse shit that doesn't fucking matter. Wiggy, 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 wiggy. That's important. Remember that song. What's the name of this song? South Park Mexican. Wiggy. So this is also relied on Kim taking us up on our offer too, on our offer, which is pretty pleased with sugar on top. Please, 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 with all the please indulge me and write a journal for this week. Because this is the smartest project ever, that's why. God, it's fucking hot. All right, so the plan for right now, finish this, go home, start getting onto that goddamn scientific method. I want that motherfucker, I want to know it inside and out, forwards and backwards, and that's the point. I want to know it backwards because I want to apply it in reverse, which is which is impossible. It's an impossible idea to apply the scientific method to a research project in reverse. That's called magic. Use the scientific method to prove science. Oh, I fucking love that. It gets my tingly bits all tingly. All right. We're gonna go get some ticks. I gotta check my body. I haven't taken a shower in days. I haven't changed my clothes in days. I've been wearing the same underwear for like almost a week. All right. So what now? I don't know. Right now, we're just gonna let this motherfucker ride. I can see the reflection. What are my concerns? Go with your concerns. Concerns I'm gonna make a fool out of myself? Is that really a thing? I don't really give a shit about that. I've done enough to look like a dum-dum. Why is this important? It's important because it brings validation to something that doesn't have much credibility to it. Because once you can find like a little bit of credibility in it, then it's a matter of just connecting dots and finding more pieces that connect. All right, money's another thing. We got to figure out money. What do we do about that? Trust that the money's going to come in. Because as of right now, my money situation, I only have $700 left in the bank. But at the same time, I feel like I don't have to worry about it. Something's going to happen in the near future where money's going to stop being a concern. And when money stops being a concern, then I could focus all of my time on this. Because I have 110 at least 110 journals I have to go through. I have these I have to do. And I have books to write. Like I really don't have time for anything else. But the fucked up part is like, where the fuck is the money gonna come from? It says Dad, not Dan. So if Kim plays along with this, what's the important part about that? Why do I need her to do it? Well, it has to be her. It can't be anybody else. Because I need to know what her astrology is saying, and her astrology is like really important right now. Because it's connected to my astrology. I need to know how the two of them are connected. Because I want to see what the purpose of it is. And plus, if I can recreate the results I get from myself with somebody else, then then we could say, well, it doesn't just work for me, it works for other people too. Look, Miss Kim proves it. Because if it works for two people, then it could work for other people too. And if it works for other people, then technically I'm the catalyst for something so awesome. Because what I'm seeing is a world of people all on the same page. Maybe not everybody, but enough people on the same page that it can't actually be ignored. Why? Because the world that I live in the world of witchery and magic and wizardry, which realistically isn't supposed to exist, but it does exist. So if it exists, yeah, but that's the thing. I know. Those people, they don't like me. But I don't really know if they don't like me. It's just that I don't know too many magical people that proactively like pursue this kind of work. But that's why the universe gave me them. Because if they exist, then they're further confirmation that I exist. And if I exist, then all the work that I'm doing exists. And if all the work I'm doing exists, then it has a purpose. And if it has a purpose, then it has meaning, which means I have meaning. And I'm not useless. Or a failure, which is really good to know. Thanks. I think we're making history. I'm seeing a science book with my name on it. I'm seeing a New World Order that I'm the fucking tip of the iceberg of. That's like a dream of mine. I would love the idea of it. What do you do? I'm the head of the New World Order. Fake it till you make it. What do you do? I'm the head of the New World Order. The One World Toxic Order. That's what I call it. I've been working on this for forever. And if you count past lives, literally forever. But I'm also using New World Order tactics that I've learned from studying conspiracy theories, because a lot of the things that they do is like, so it's said, is that they put their plans out there for everybody to see, but because people ignore it, it's a form of consent. So that's kind of those are the same principles that I'm applying. Is you throw out this crazy idea that people just like, what? Yeah, okay, good luck with that, bud. And then the thing is that it's serious, but people don't realize it's serious until it happens. But by the time it happens, like, it has been such a slow incremental change that by the time it is noticed, it's like it was there the whole time. That's the way politics works. It's like they have the plans, like they already know what they're doing way in advance. It's just a matter of slowly implementing it and waiting for the opportunities to implement those components. And it's just little minor changes, minor tweaks. Like, if you ever read 1984, like in the early setting of the book, I forget his name. The main character of 1984, but part of his job is to rewrite history so as to make it appear that something that wasn't was the whole time. It's like the government issues like food rations to people, like a very specific amount of food rations, but they want to cut back on the rations that they give people. So what they had this guy do was go back to all of the old newspapers and records and change all of the reports to demonstrate that things had always been this way the whole time. Kind of like the Mandela effect. I like calling it the Mandela effect because it's X-Files. It's like a coordinated Mengele effect. It's like a mind fuck on people. So when people start going like, wait a second, I thought we got more rations last week. Hold on a second. And then they go back to the reports, they look and be like, no, it's been like this the whole time. I guess I was the one that was fucked up. What are you looking at? Guy sitting in the woods, talking to himself. I don't blame you. So it's kind of almost the same thing with what I'm doing. It's like laying the foundations for the New World Order. But it already exists. Where? In my head. That's where it exists. Well, I mean, inside and outside of my head too, because perception is reality. Is that a little wiggle worm? I don't know what that is. It's like a little thing hanging. All right. So what's the intention for today? The intention for today is go home and get on that scientific method. I want to learn as many different scientific methods as possible. This way I can formulate them into something. Like make a super scientific method. A weird scientific method. Oh my God, I fucking love that! The weird scientific method. Why do I want to take a shit on science so bad? I want to take a big shit on science as much as I want to take a big shit on religion and government. I love religion. I love it. I love all the religions. But there's this like fucked up notion that if one religion is real, then all the other religions can't be real. It's like, let's try to expand our thinking a little bit and imagine that they're all real. In their own way. Do you believe that there's gods? You believe in Thor and Odin? Yeah, motherfucker, I believe in Thor and Odin. As a matter of fact, that ring, I call it Draupnir. I named it after Odin's ring. It's inscribed with the 24 characters of the Elder Futhark language, which is the alphabet of the gods, which tells a story without actually spelling anything out. The story that it tells is of the process of seeing a vision and then bringing that vision into reality. And the painstaking process of getting it done. This is 5 fucking years. 5 years of my life are gone because of this. Or let me take that back. Let me say it a different way. I got 5 years of my life back because I started doing this. I lost the previous 37 and a half years doing shit I didn't want, which prepared me to take my life back to do this, my life's work. Which is to reconnect with the force source of the universe so that I can become a god king, emperor of the universe. Like Zeus, but in people form. With the blessings of the gods and the devils. And everything in between. He who sits in the highest, and she who sits in the lowest, and she who sits in the highest, and he who sits in the lowest. By the end of this project, the Gregorian calendar will be a thing of the past. It's a dinosaur. It already is a dinosaur. It's good for one thing. It's good for controlling people and controlling time. But the human concept of time is not the only way that time can be observed. Time is not even... I mean, time's a thing. It's not the thing. You got unlimited time. There's unlimited time. There's unlimited energy to do all the fucking things. The only reason we move through time is because we're told. Time actually moves through us. You're experiencing time in reverse and fast forward, forwards and backwards at the same time. Every single moment, it's like a spider making a web. A very intricate tapestry. How to make this work with Elon Musk's Mars project. How to make this work with Agenda 2024, Initiative 2045. How to make this work with AI consciousness. How to make this work with a whole new business model based on natural physics, also known as metaphysics. I'm calling them natural physics instead of metaphysics anymore because people shit on metaphysics because they're assholes. So we'll call it natural physics because they're natural physics. The physics of nature. Not the physics that human beings made up to try to explain and understand the natural physics, but the natural physics that human physics tries to understand. Or try to understand. People don't try to understand anymore. Then people just accept things now. Because you gotta understand, like, all of the things that we think we know are all antiquated. Nobody's come up with like a new discovery or a new way of doing things in a really long time. We're using technology that was developed fucking hundreds of years ago to maintain a reality that is fucking crumbling. And I think people, I believe people see it. I just don't think that they're willing to acknowledge it, or they're just kind of turning a blind eye to it to go, nah, that didn't just happen. I'm going to go back to my pretty bows and my 9 to 5. Because it's all I know. I accept that. That's fine. That's why I'm doing it, because not that I'm not willing to do that, but I don't see a point in doing it anymore. The only point in doing it is for money, and I'm not willing to sell my soul for money anymore. If what I'm doing is so important, if what I'm doing is as important as I think it is, if what I'm doing is as important as I believe it is, then I don't have to worry about the money, because the money's just going to fucking flood to me, because it wants to make sure that I get everything I need to do all of the things I need, so this works out better than I can possibly imagine right now. And I'm not going to have to ask for it. I don't have to go, oh my God, please subscribe to my channel. Please send me money. I don't have to do that. That's what people do. People beg, please pay attention to me. Please, 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 please pay attention to me. No. I was looking through my little channel, and I already saw that there were 5 views on the video I put up yesterday. That means that 5 people who were supposed to see it saw it. Even if they saw something that was like completely ridiculous and they were laughing at it, and they go, oh my god, look at this fucking crazy, stupid shit. Perfect. That's just more confirmation that I didn't need to do anything except for just do what I'm doing. There's also, I'm also working on a magic ritual, a 30-day ritual, abundance money ritual with my other future BFF, Mia Magic. We're about 3 weeks in, and I can tell you that my life has never felt more abundant and prosperous than it does right now. I love that woman. Like, I would take her, like, I love her so much for everything all the value that she brought to my life, that I believe that I would literally go on a one-on-one date with her and hold hands. And then go on a date to the mall and try on new clothes and then tell each other how cute we look in the clothes. Project Demon. Operation Demon? D''MON. Demon. It's a dragon egg I laid the other day. 5D dragon. Entity. Oh my god. I just had an idea. I almost started acting it. Oh my god. Please, I hope you're reading this. Please, 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 with a cherry on top, please come back to this. 5D dragon farming. Which reminds me of another entity I created. It's called the 5D Baby Dragon Name Farm. Because what's a dragon without a name? And my latest dragon baby is called Demon. For Derek and Mia. But I am toxic. I have to set alarms for myself so that I don't get 12:29. I have to set alarms for myself so that I don't get lost, so I don't lose myself. But I mean, granted, that's part of the lesson, is you got to trust that you're not going to lose yourself. That's where a lot of my rage work comes into place. Like all of the fake it till you make it play dates I have with myself. It's about playing out the role and trusting that I'm not going to lose myself in the process, that I'm actually doing myself a service. I love you too. I love you too. Wouldn't be wasting my time if I didn't. I wouldn't be wasting my time doing any of this shit if I was lying. I mean, and I'm just saying, but I don't know. Do you agree? Because I agree. Like, I'm probably the most self-aware person I've ever met in my life. Like, I'm already seeing myself BFFs with Dalai Lama. And me teaching him something. In exchange for him teaching me something. Vision. Turn Earth from a prison planet to a party planet. There's a book. There's a book that I started reading. I didn't finish reading it. I got to get back to it. It's called Titan, and it's about a future where humanity no longer has to work. People don't have to work anymore because there's an AI consciousness, an artificial consciousness called Titan that is the central hub of an AI network that controls all of the machines that do all of the work. And what this does is that it frees up this is almost done. So it frees up humanity to follow their dreams. People can follow their passions, their desires, and just do what they want. And this one lady gets recruited for a job to be the psychologist for this AI consciousness. Fucking love it. I mean, it's a cool idea. So I don't believe it's impossible. Because another project I want to work on that I'm slowly getting to is I do have a little bit of, it's minuscule, but I probably know more than somebody who's never done any, is I have some computer science training. I actually have I'm in the, oh, see, now that's a question. Why don't I get all of the things done? I have so many things going on, but I can't, I have a hard time focusing on one thing. But maybe, and this is like a message, not just to you, but to just out there, putting it out there is like, that's why I need the money. So that I can stop worrying about the money, so that I can start focusing on everything else. But the only reason that you're worrying about the money is that you're not trusting that the money's going to come in and just doing the fucking work. All right, I promise. So I signed up for a computer science program from DeVry.